it's Jen and I'm here with the ASC Design Team Project, and we're still messing with scraps from the Wizard Academy collection. That's Ciao Bella, so if you haven't grabbed your Ciao Bella Wizard Academy collection, go ahead and do so. I've done some cards, a giant mini album, small scrapbook layout, and we're going to do some more cards. So essentially I'm going to take all these pattern papers that are the sizable ones, not the cut aparts, but any sizable ones, and I'm going to cut these into 3.5 by 4.3, or I'm sorry, 4.5 by 1 inch strips. So 4.5 by 1 inch strips, and I'm going to cut all these up off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and these are the strips that I cut, and there's 3 per card, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. This one I was 1 short, so I cut a parchment paper, and I'm going to put these scraps, which aren't very many, back into the scrap bin. Go ahead and put some of these little red and parchment ones in there too. So this is all that's left of the collection. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with some of the cut aparts in there, but we'll figure it out. If not, we'll put it in the stash and go on about our business. So, because I am ready to get rid of this kit. So the next thing you need to do is you need to take some scrap paper or full sheets if you don't have scrap, and cut them to 4 3/4 by 3.5. So you'll need one of these for every set of 3. And then for the parchment one that I had here, I cut it out of that red cardstock that I've been using. And I keep my scraps in these 6 by 12 bags. I don't have this linked right now, but I will get it linked hopefully on my Amazon store. So yeah, I just keep all my scraps in there. So super simple, and this came from a YouTuber who does what she calls a sheet load of cards, and this is how she uses like her 12 by 12 papers or 6 by 6 paper pads. But I think it's awesome and even way better to do it for your scraps. Of course, if you're using an entire 6 by 6 pad, you will have probably scraps. She did a slimline one that I seen that she didn't have any scraps on, and I was like, thinking about doing the Happy Birthday collection from Mente with that one. And then you just you give yourself about 1/8 inch around the sides there. You do one side, then the other, and then you're pretty confident at that point that you can just line that up in the center. And if you wanted to distress the edges of these, we have in everything else, you definitely could. And then this is, you can do like a 3.5 by 1. I think this is a 3.5 by like 1 1/4 because I already had it cut. And I'm going to stamp this. I'm using the Echo Park stamp set, the Witches and Wizards photopolymer stamp set from Echo Park. This is available on ASC Supplies on Etsy or asccraftsupplies.com, so look that up. And I wish I had the dots, but I don't have the dots, the enamel dots, so I'm going to use some stuff from my stash. So this stamp says, I'll tell you in a minute because I can't remember. Everyone needs a little bit of magic now and then. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp these. Try and get it straight. And if I don't get it straight, it's just a scrap piece of paper, and I can always flip it over. So these are good, like, just in general cards. think I successfully did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Make sure I had enough. Okay, and so this one I'm going to restamp because he's not as dark as the other ones. That was the first one I did. It's really the second one I did because I did sample card first. Just for you guys. Okay, everyone needs a bit of magic now and then, now that he's darker. Okay, so now I have some card bases, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The A2 size card. I finally remembered A2 size card. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we're just going to place this panel on top. And then one of the sentiment panels, which just goes right across this space. And then a card base, which is just 8 1/2 by 11, cut in half on the long side. I got this cardstock from Hobby Lobby. It's a 110-pound cardstock, and it is not straight at all. I don't know if you can see that. So we just need to trim it. I know when I start, I need to trim it. It is just not long, or it's not the right size at all. Okay. And then it's a little long that way too. And since I have it on black, I'm going to trim it. Do not want the white sticking out. My CutterPillar has no problem with that. Okay, test fit that up again. And we know we'll probably have to do that to each one of these. The rest of them we'll make in like an assembly line. Now line that up. Let's get the dog hair off of it. Line that up on the bottom. Base. And there you are. And then for a little bit of bling, I'm going to use these from my stash. I've had them for years to the point where I don't trust the sticky at all. I don't even know if I had, I think I left a sticky on there. And then these I do trust. These Hero Arts ones, I've had these for years too. I've whittled away at them a little bit. Oh, I found a stamp, you guys, stuck on something. It's called Celebrate the Season. Celebrate the Spirit of the Season. It's this Christmas stamp. I had to figure out where it goes. I was looking for something and I found it. Okay. So, just one of these. I don't know that I'll have enough. I may have to change it up a little bit to get the rest. Okay. So there's the cards. If you want to put something on the inside, you can. But that's what it looks like. So now we'll just mass produce the rest of them. I'm going to start with this red one so I don't forget. And I should have started with the pattern. Let's start here. Okay, left. Oh, I like the books on that one. Right. Middle, it's just that plain pattern, or that plain parchment. And the sentiment. And there's not a lot of layers or anything to this, so it's pretty nice. Okay, that piece is just a little bigger. I don't know where my favorite scissors went. I had them here not too long ago. Pretty sure. Yeah, black base. And I have one red base that we're going to use too, just to use it up, because I don't, that's the only, I think that's the last piece of that paper I have. Or the last scrap of that paper I have, rather. Okay, line it up. And that one's not too bad. I'm still going to take a bit off the edge here. Let's see. It's a little poking out. Okay. Line it up, and you can always use one of the other sentiments and even one of the images to put on the inside from the Echo Park collection. And when I get done with everything, with all the cards, I may go through and just do that, just to add something on the inside. Line it up from the back of the card. Okay, and there we go. I'm going to put 2 of the red ones. That adds a bit of dimension on there, though. The red ones are pretty tall, and these are very flat. That's okay. And then these are all connected, so I'm going to cut them apart. Alrighty. Oh, I was supposed to do those production style and I didn't. Super cute cards. Okay, make sure we have okay, so we got our ATG gun fixed here, or reloaded, and surprisingly enough, all of the card bases, like, fit. So I did not have to make any card base adjustments. And something needs tightened. Okay, there we go. Better. Make sure your card base opens the correct way. And then I got 1, 2. Yeah, these aren't sticking. That first one may. Oops. Okay, I just smeared glue all over that. Alright, he's just going to deal. And then a little guy here. There we go. I'll show them all in just a second. I'm going to use the rest of this embellishment pack. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do about using something up and throwing away the packaging. It's a very wonderful feeling for me. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little top of glue here. here for these guys. 2. One of him. Oops. And then one more. And I'll go through all the ones that I've done so far with you. Some of them aren't done yet. Some of them I did off camera and they're not quite done yet. So, like I still have to add a die cut or something to them. 1, 2 dots of glue. It's getting a little over excited here because that's the end of these guys. Oops. 2. And it leaves me with just 2 little ones on this guy. So that's exciting. So this goes in the trash, yay. This will soon. And let's show you the cards that we just made. So again, this is the ASC Design Team project, and we're using the scraps from the Ciao Bella Wizard collection. Ciao Bella Wizard Academy collection. And the stamps from Echo Park. Echo Park, I never remember the name that they gave it. Witches and Wizards. And there's 2 sets, so Echo Park Witches and Wizards, if you're interested in that. Alright, so there are our scrap cards. We made 6 of those. And then on a previous video, we had made these guys. 2, 3 of those guys. And we used the stamps again for the embellishments that time. And then I did some quilted cards. I have a video on these. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one or if I'm going to publish that one. So there's 3 regular quilted cards, and then I did off of the scraps from the quilted cards, I did this one, which is basically just horizontal stripes. So that one's fun too. So I still have to add a sentiment and a little piece across that one. So so far, that's it. And then a scrapbook page too I did with this collection. So that video is to come. Alright, so just wanted to show you guys what we've done so far and how far a collection will stretch if you really make it. And I really appreciate you watching. Head on over to ASC Supplies on Etsy, asccraftsupplies.com. Use Scrapping Push 10 for 10% off. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.